Okay, so this is going to be a comparison video for the PS4 Platinums versus the PS4 Golds. As you can see, I do have both headsets with me. A few of y'all did want to hear the comparison, so I'm going to make this video now before I return these. Now, it's not a bad reason, so let's talk about everything. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I do have my list of topics so that we can get everything done in a proper fashion. And just like the PlayStation 4 Platinum Wireless review, which I'm going to be talking about slightly more in this video, doing like an update, or I may just do a separate video depending on how much I have to say. Okay, so let's talk about them. First off, let's start with both headsets and let's talk about comfortability. If you know from my PlayStation 4 Platinum Wireless video, the review that I did, I had a problem with the comfortability of this headset. Now, if you pay attention to what you're looking at right now, the headset looks a little bit different. It was the same shape as this headset, but if you'll notice at the top, it's a little bit wider. Now, why is it wider? I'm going to explain this right now because we're talking about comfort. The comfort of this headset is very annoying when you first buy it, but one of my subscribers, shout out to you who you are, you can leave a comment in the comment section, let me know who you were, because I did forget who it was because it was like a week ago. I wanted to give myself time with this headset. But you suggested that I take the headset and actually bend the top of it. And he was right. He was actually correct. If you bend the top of the aluminum, it will keep the headset from pinching in as much, so it becomes more comfortable than the gold headset. The gold headset has no real way of you flexing it, because if you start flexing the plastic, what happens, of course, is you get that problem where people hinges snap. Now, I had this headset for a long time and that didn't happen to me for one simple reason. I don't stretch it out. I just put it on and I leave it. But what I've noticed is this headset conceals more noise because it's pinching in. But however, it's now more less comfortable than the Platinums. So you see how loose and wiggly these Platinums are? See how it's bouncing? That's what I'm talking about when I say pinch. You see how this is not bouncing at all? You hear it wiggling, but it's not bouncing. See how this is bouncing off the air? This is the pinch you feel. There's no pinch on these now, but there's more pinch on these. So he was right. If you just simply flex the top, which I wouldn't recommend you have to do, but it is a solution for comfort. And because of that solution, I'm going to give comfort to the PlayStation 4 Platinums. The PlayStation 4 Platinum headset is more comfortable than the Golds after you stretch it out. This was more comfortable initially out the box, but like I said, once you stretch the top out, these are more comfortable. So definitely comfort has to go to the Platinum headset over the Golds. Simple as put. Sound quality. Now that's where this conversation gets interesting, because the sound quality is almost identical on both headsets. Some people got upset with me and said they disagree, but the truth is when you put on the 3D audio, you get a slightly more crisper sound than this, but for the price difference, it's not worth it, and that's actually the problem here. This sounds really good and just as loud as these, but to the point where the difference is so minute, it's not worth paying the difference. So when it comes to the sound, they both sound amazing. The 3D audio, I don't know why I keep saying 3 I keep thinking 7.1. The 7-point audio is pretty much the same on both headsets, so that's not a reason to get these over these, but the 3D audio is where this headset gets an advantage in sound quality if you could play a game like Uncharted. But what I've noticed is you need the 3D audio on this headset for everything to make it sound better than this headset. And the difference is very minute, like I said. So sound quality, I'm going to have to keep it real and give it to the Platinums because the 3D audio sounds better than the 7.1, but slightly, very, very slightly, to the point where you can live without it. But for Uncharted, it sounds good. Is it worth buying for Uncharted? If you like the game, I guess it's worth $100 and something. When I finished everything with my discounts, with the warranty, because I made sure I got a warranty, this came out to almost $200. But like I said, I hacked store credit, so it took over the price of it. But I'm definitely going to be returning these. But I will be buying them back when the price gets lower, because I see the price starting to lower now. Now you can find these anywhere for like $130 if you look. And you can price match pretty much anywhere for $130. So sound quality, I'm going to give to the Platinums. Comfort, I'm going to give to the Platinums. Immersion. Immersion is kind of interesting here because part of immersion is the seal on the headset, how it keeps noise from coming in and how it keeps your sound from leaking out. The immersion I'm gonna have to give to the Golds for the simple fact that when you put on the Golds, right, they're tight, and for some reason around your ear, it feels bigger. And I know the reason that it feels that way, pause, is because of the way that the speakers are set up inside. Now, if you could look inside, these have the same kind of speakers that these have, where they slant outwards, but for some reason on this headset, you don't feel it. But when you put on the Platinums, you feel it. You feel the headset, you know, grabbing you. You feel it. So immersion, I'm gonna have to give to the Golds, because as you see, like how I'm talking right now, I haven't raised my voice because I can hear everything perfectly fine. So that means that I'm breaking my immersion. Now, when I put these on, I hear way less than what I would have with these. Now, of course, this is due to the fact that I stretched them out. So that's partially my fault. But before I did, I still had that same issue. So immersion, I'm gonna give to the Golds, because simply put, they kind of fit your head a little bit better as far as being tight. The comfort is an issue, but it's like a trade-off. So I'm gonna give immersion to the Golds. Microphone quality, well, honestly, I feel like microphone quality on a headset is just trash, period. That's why I'm still on the fence on if I even want another headset, or should I just buy headphones, because you shouldn't be using a mic for quality. You should be using a mic just to communicate. But if I had to pick out of the two, I'm gonna give you the audio test for the Platinums and the audio test for the Golds, and you decide. Let's cut into the audio test right here. Okay, so this is what the PS4 Gold wireless headset microphone sounds like. This is gonna be a comparison versus the Platinum, and this is just me speaking right now with any added effects to the audio for you guys to hear exactly what the quality of the PS4 Gold mic sounds like. This is just a test. You can listen for yourself and decide which microphone sounds better to you, or which one that you like best. Okay, so this is a test with the PS4 Platinum wireless headset. This is what my voice is sounding like. Now, this headset does have dual microphones, one on both sides, and this is what my voice is sounding like. This is without any equalization or mix added, and this is being recorded with Audacity. So you can decide for yourself if this sounds good enough for you versus any other microphone or headset that you have used. Me personally, I do prefer to use a USB microphone on my PlayStation instead of a mic headset, period. So this is just an audio test for you guys to decide what you like to hear. Okay, so we're back. Now, as far as audio is concerned, I don't have a choice here, but if I had to pick, I would pick the Platinums over the Gold for audio. However, like I said, if you're buying them for that reason, then you shouldn't buy either. So that's just my opinion, but once again, that's my opinion. You can decide for yourself. The audio you heard is flat, no leveling or anything, recorded through this headset to Audacity raw. No type of filters or anything added, no noise removal, no static, no nothing. So that's for you to decide on your own. As far as I'm concerned, once again, I'm gonna edge out the audio to the Platinums just because it has a dual mic, and I think it sounds a little bit better than the Golds. Noise cancellation, we just spoke about that. I'm gonna have to give noise cancellation to the Golds over the Platinums, because the Golds fit a little bit better and they do a better job of immersing you and keeping the noise in and out. So I'm gonna give that to that. Now, battery life is very interesting. The battery life for me, after a week of researching, is pretty much the same. The battery life on the Platinum is slightly better, but when you turn on the 3D audio, it's not. And the reason for that is simply because when you turn on the bells and whistles on this headset, it drains the battery faster. Now, if you play this in regular standard 7.1, like this headset, sure, the battery will last you 10 hours, but it won't sound as good as these, believe it or not. For some reason, the 7.1 on this headset and this headset sounds different, and this one sounds worse if you do not turn on the 3D audio. Now, if you don't believe me, you can check around. You'll see that a lot of people actually said the same thing. I'm telling you from my personal experience that these sound a lot louder than these when they're just in standard 7.1. Now, of course, they say it's standard 7.1, but it's really stereo. But at the end of the day, without 3D audio, these lose the sound quality test to these. That's just my opinion. So when it comes to the battery life, I'm going to have to give the battery life to the Platinums, but I'm going to say that don't make this a reason that you buy them, because it's not going to give you much more time than these once you turn everything on this. This one out of the box is pretty much the same as this if you turn all the features on. So there's no edge on the Platinum. So matter of fact, I'm going to call that a draw, simply because in order to get this to compete with this headset, the battery life will be about the same. This is about 8 hours to 5 hours, depending on, you know, what's happening a lot of stuff going on, how loud you turn it on and things of that nature. And this is about anywhere between 6 hours to, I'd say about 5 to 6 hours. I've charged these so many times. I really feel like I'm using the same headset when it comes to charging the battery, and I don't turn anything off because that's the point of buying these. So with that being said, I'm gonna call it a draw on the battery. The battery doesn't determine which headset to get, and believe it or not, that was one of the main reasons I got this, because wireless headsets need to charge, and for them to charge you have to let them last a long time. I feel like every 2 or 3 times I'm playing this game, I'm charging the headset, and that's the same with these. So I'm gonna call it a draw on the battery life. Now let's move on to the design. Of course, with the design, I'll be honest, I never liked the PS4 Gold design. I always thought it was too basic and too weird looking. I mean, when you put it on, they try to advertise this headset like something you could wear outside, and you could, but at the end of the day, come on, I mean, is this swag? I mean, look at it. At the end of the day, if I saw somebody outside wearing these, I'm like, look at this freaking gaming ass nerd outside with his gaming headset. It would be like, if you're a gamer, it's like a desecration to your headset to bring it outside in the public. And I know it's gonna sound weird, but I'm sure some of y'all are gonna be like, yeah, that's true. It's just weird to see somebody with a gaming headset outside. So this head design for outside is just totally no bueno, no go at all, you know, no good. So I'm gonna say the design on this automatically has to go to the platinum just for this aluminum top, because I ain't gonna lie, I actually like that. I want every headset I get to have this now, especially now that I know I can stretch it out this way. So I'm gonna have to give the design automatically to the platinums, but let's get more into it because there's reasons for it. Okay, so first of all, you have the buttons on the PlayStation, and the Gold headset is like buttons all around it. All around it, you have your 3.5 millimeter and your mini USB, and then you have your volume over here, which is on the back, and then you have your VSS, that's for sound effects and stuff like that, muting it, and then you have chat and sound. Now, of course, this button is for turning up the chat in the game, and these other buttons is just for turning up the headset, which you will find yourself doing a lot, because unfortunately, these headsets just don't get loud on both ends. But I'm going to talk about that at the end of this video. Okay, so when you look at the buttons on the platinum, everything is just pretty much the same buttons. I'm not going to reiterate what the buttons are, but you have your, you know, your 3.5 millimeter, your mini USB, and all the other buttons right here on the back. So it's pretty much the same, but what makes this one better is everything's on the back. So, and they have the left and the right on the headset here. This one has it as well, but it's more profound here, more detailed, a little bit more levels put into it, and you can tell which way you're putting on the headset, see? Because sometimes when people were talking, they were having issues with the mic, and believe it or not, there was a lot of people putting the headset on backwards. So, you know, it's a better design here. It's idiot proof pretty much. So I'm gonna give the design to the PS4 Platinum all day over the Golds. I never liked this design. See how it's the little blue and black PlayStation logo themed color. I never liked the design, so that was an easy choice. Real easy. Okay, so let's move on from design. Let's talk about presets. The presets on the PS4 Gold versus the PS4 Platinums is pretty much hands down gonna go to the Golds. Now the reason I say it's gonna go to the Golds is simply because they have more presets available. The Platinum has some presets, but this has more, and they both pretty much use the same standard presets for like gaming and action, horror, shooter, fighting. They have the same presets, 7.1, and once again for the 3D audio, you have to use the preset that they only have available for 4 games, and 2 of them offhand that I know is MLB The Show and Uncharted 4. The other 2, forgot what they were, but they're not important. I don't have them anyway. But at the end of the day, you can use that preset for any other game, but it's gonna pretty much work for Uncharted the way it's supposed to. Now, the reason you wouldn't want to do that, of course, is because if you use that preset for Uncharted on, let's say, Battlefield, certain sounds are not gonna sound the way they're supposed to because they're tuned for that game and not this game. So when it comes to presets, automatically the Golds have more support, so they win. Now down the line, this should be the winner, but as of right now, 2017 February, this is the headset that loses, and this is the headset that wins. The Golds have better presets. A lot of the presets in this headset are buggy. I notice that every time now when I plug up the headset, I have to re-download my presets to the headset, which is very annoying. Anytime I turn this headset off, I have to go through that process all over to the point where I feel like not even bothering. And at the end of the day, when you use the presets, it seems to drain even more battery life and these drain faster. So when it comes to presets, I will go with the Golds. Plus for the price, Why would you put yourself through all of that just for the sake of saying you have a new headset when it's all about the sound? Sound quality is damn near equal. When you take it out of 3D audio, which is for only 4 games and only 2 of them that people know of right now offhand, the other 2 they're out there, but like I said, this loses that battle. So that's pretty odd that when you take off the 3D audio, these sound lower than these. I don't know what that's about, but people say, oh, no, but it's very true. I checked around on the internet and a lot of people say the same thing. You can read a lot of reviews that people have made who purchased it. They will say the same thing. Now, let's talk about the final comparison of the 2 headsets. Price. The price is going to automatically go to the gold, so it wins that. And the reason that it wins is because it's cheaper and it's pretty much competing with this headset for much less money. Now, this headset will run you from anywhere from $60 to $90 right now, and this one will run you from anywhere from $130 to $160. So you're saving anywhere roughly $70 on this headset and getting the same type of quality. Now, if you have the money, here's the choice that I'm going to make for the price. If you're asking should you upgrade from this headset to this headset, definitely it's not worth it. If you have the money and you want to buy a headset, you probably should buy this headset, because simply put, if you don't have either one, why go with the older one when you can go with the newer one? But for competitive reasons, if you really just want a headset that sounds good, there's nothing wrong with picking this one. If you want to upgrade, this is not worth the price to upgrade from this one to this one for the current price. Now, if they lower the price of this to around $99, I will repurchase this headset and I'll be cool with it. But for $170, which is what it's going to cost you, and with warranty and everything, $200, this headset to me is not worth buying if you have this headset already. If you want a PlayStation specific headset for consoles, then yeah, you should buy this headset. But if you do not already have one, yeah, you can pick this up. It's not that bad that I say, oh, don't get it. You should definitely get it. But in comparison, if you have these, you don't need to upgrade to these. If you need to pick one, sure, pick the Platinums. Why not? They're more comfortable. They're more modern. They have a feature that a lot of other headsets don't have. So when it comes to console gaming, yes, if you're on PC, either one of these headsets is fine. There's totally no reason to pick this headset over this headset, because a lot of PC gamers like to save money. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You can pick this gold headset and be good. There's no reason to pick this over this when it comes to just sound, because you're getting 7.1 on both, and you have to turn on the 3D audio on this headset to get it to sound as good as this headset, or a little bit better. But at the end of the day, you're not getting that real sound anyway. You're just getting the amplification of it. So that's the difference right there. So me personally, overall, I'm gonna break it down my list, and we're gonna see what we did and who gave what. Comfort I gave to the Platinums. Sound I gave to the Platinums. Immersion I gave to the Golds. Mic quality, I'm gonna personally say Platinums because they're new. There's no real reason why I would pick it, because I'm not a mic quality guy on headsets. I don't believe you should use those if you're into quality. Noise cancellation I'm gonna give to the Golds. Battery life I'm gonna give to the Golds because the Platinums have some kind of weird issue. Design I'm gonna give to the Platinums. Presets I'm gonna give to the Golds, and price I'm gonna give to the Golds. Okay, so overall those are our choices, and let's tally it down. Comfort, Platinums 1, sound, Platinum 2, immersion, Gold 1, mic quality, Platinum 3, noise cancellation, Gold 2, battery, Gold 3, design, Platinum 4, preset, Gold 4. Price, Gold 5. So we have a winner. At the end of the day, the comparisons of all my segments went to the Golds. The Golds edged it out slightly. So in my opinion, for value wise, overall anything, the Golds are a good choice. But like I said, if you're gonna buy a headset and you want to try one of them out, you may want to try out the Platinums over the Golds just because it's the newer headset. You don't always have that buyer's remorse if you buy these and not know what these sound like. But if you're upgrading, you definitely don't have to upgrade to these. There's no reason to run out and do it. I did it for you, and that's just my opinion. Of course, you can always go to the store and ask them, can you try these yourself? Or you could do what I did and try these and see if you like them. If they're not good, take them back. That's all. But like I said, when the price reaches $100, these will be back. But for right now, for the current price, I don't feel like supporting what they gave me, and I will not keep these. So I will be doing other headset reviews on this channel. Once again, somebody just asked me about a headset and I answered in the comment section. So if you have any questions, just ask me, I'll tell you. I'll probably still have these. I'm gonna keep these till I buy a different headset anyway. And pardon me. that's my decision right there, man. I'm gonna edge it out to the golds simply because of value for value. This is definitely a good buy. This is splurging a little bit here. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I'm out of here. And like I said, I will have other headphone comparison videos coming. Have a good day. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace. Do remember, before I leave, hit the notification bell and then my name. If you haven't subscribed, do that please as well. And you will get notifications whenever I post videos. If you already hit the bell, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I need that in my life. I'm out of here. Let me go here what some stuff sound like. Peace.